What is something that your body does that worries you, but not enough to ask a doctor about it? Any fellow hypochondriacs of Reddit, approach thread with caution. Sometimes I have what feels like heart pains. They are sharp sometimes, and will usually occur in spurts then not for a while. Random eye twitches that don't stop for ages. This is a precursor to the butterfly effect. Your eyes are mimicking the shutter speed of an old school projector. If you can find the right reel, you'll be able to go back in time and hide all your baseball cards, then selling them in the present for a huge profit. I get this a lot too. My doc said it was from stress fatigue. 3-inch patch of hair on the side of my head turned white and fell out. What? He said 3-inch patch of hair on the side of his head turned white and fell out. Holy duck, the calmness and the straight forwardness of this made me laugh my ass off. Ran out of ducks a long time ago. After sitting by myself in silence, my hearing becomes very sensitive. Every sound becomes loud and aggressive. My thoughts become erratic and sound like shouting. It has happened since I was young, and I have no idea what it is. Probably just the demons. Horrible chest pain that doesn't allow me to take a full breath. Just shallow breaths or else awful pain. I found that if I arch my back and push my chest out it goes away. Only happens a couple times a month lol. Probs dying. Enlarged heart. Your organs are shifting. Occasionally you become situated in such a way that your lungs press against your heart when you breathe. Arching your back allows your organs to reposition themselves. Eat more potatoes. The additional starch will help lodge everything in place. I poop twice a week on average. Edit. For anyone curious enough to know, I eat the same exact meals at the same exact times as my uncle. He poops twice a day and it is horrid. Edit part 2. I'm a guy, and my uncle just bombed Hiroshima. Its stench has me in a chokehold. I'd prefer the smell of death over this. Also, half of you say I'm lucky, other half says this is a problem. Who do I believe? Edit part 3. The return of Turdis. This thread has been the resulted in the longest time I've talked /read /thought about poop without gagging. Except for those 2 occasions with people holding in poo for like months. I've leaned a lot. And so many people were brought together under poop like only Reddit can. Holy shit. Or the lack of it. I poo very regularly, like 5 to 6 times a day. I've seen people on Reddit question whether 2 a day is too many. Also for a very long time I didn't need to set an alarm because my calf muscles would cramp up between 6:30 am to 7 am each morning forcing me awake. Was weird. Eat bananas. That is caused by a potassium deficiency and is sometimes called a Charlie horse. My whole family gets them. Drink more water too. They are also caused by dehydration. Sometimes when I orgasm, my right testicle pops up into my body. Right testicle. Welp, I'm done for the day. Time to hit the sack. Over the past year, I've noticed it can take me up to 30 seconds just to start peeing. I'll stand there, unpeeing duck in hand, and just wait. I can feel it coming, like the rising of a slow volcano or concerto. And eventually, it does come. I'm not even 40. Edit. According to the good people of Reddit, I either have a shy bladder cancer, scar tissue, dehydration, excessive masturbation syndrome, hyperplasia, breathing problems, a narrow urethra, drug addiction, or an enlarged prostate. Bottom line, I'll be getting myself to my doctor to get checked out next week. Thanks for the concern, everyone. You really do care. About once a month I go blind in my left eye for about an hour, then my sight returns as if nothing happened. Edit. Because you all seem to think it is something terrible, I have booked a doctor's appointment for tomorrow morning. Edit 2. I've just got back from the doctor and he's told me that it's ocular migraines. Thankfully it's nothing serious, like most of the things you guys suggested, but thanks for being concerned anyway. One time I was just typing, and in the middle of a sentence I forgot how to read and write. I was trying really hard to read and focus. I could see all the letters, but I just couldn't make them into sounds of words. I couldn't remember what I was typing. I was trying to read it, and I was like, I don't know how to say this. Then I tried to test myself by typing out a random word. For some reason I thought of the word chum, so I tried to type it out, and I ended up just passing out. I woke up 2 hours later to see I had typed the word jumps. Nice try, Gavin. Daily I feel pressure and discomfort in my abdomen and near my rectum, and then I hear a pop or a grunt like sound from my anus. I don't have health insurance, so a doctor's visit is out of the question. Sounds like you just have really violent farts. My jaw cracks all the time. I can make it pop loudly on command. It's rather worrisome. Sometimes when I'm making out it lines just crack non-stop. Edit. Thanks for all the input guys, it probably is TMJ. Eyelines, try your advice of shooting a little helium the next time it acts up. Cancer. Occasionally I lose bits of time, only ever a few moments, and then I'm back, and then I feel a little confused, tired. If I'm with people they look at me funny, and I say I was just daydreaming, but in fact I have no idea what happened. Absence seizure. Go to the doc about this for sure. I throw up green yellow liquid type stuff in the morning, after I wake up. Once a week probably. It seems to happen from coughing. It's not acid, doesn't burn, and I generally feel better after. It's pretty weird. No. I think you should probably go see a doctor about that. He's vomiting alien goo. He needs something better than a document. I can't burp. Ever. What happens instead is that gas will build up somewhere in my upper stomach area. My throat will gurgle a lot. Then I'll start salivating and sweating. And it will feel like I'm about to puke. Then, when I go to cough, puke, all this gas comes billowing out of my throat at about 500 miles per hour and is louder than even the loudest burp could ever dream of being. It happens about once or twice a month, and there will be a 2 to 3 day sensitivity period after it, during which it usually happens again. Lying down flat on my back makes it stop. Everyone I know has gotten used to, though. I just shout out, "Oh, my burping problem. It's happening," and find a quiet place to puke up the gas. TLDR, I projectile vomit a month's worth of built up burps. About twice a year I get a very sharp pain right below my belly button. If I move at all it feels horrible, almost to the point of collapsing. Usually I have to lay down and not move until it stops hurting. This lasts from 15 minutes up to 2 hours sometimes. No idea what it is. Sometimes, when I take the first bite of something, the back of my jaw, under my ear, has a stabbing pain for a few seconds. I think it has something to do with the production of saliva. Jaw gnomes. They aren't problematic, since they only steal a small portion of the food you eat. They are only interested in the first crumb from the first bite of the first, second, third, fifth, 7th, and 11th things you eat each day. The clicking sound is their tiny shoes tapping on your back teeth as they reposition themselves after stealing a morsel of your food. Jaw gnomes are symbiotic parasites. They do not wish to harm you in any way and will gladly starve before breaking their strict crumb stealing policies. They take care not to make excrement inside your body lest you fall ill, risking the livelihood of their residents. When you are conversing with your peers, your jaw gnomes will carefully time their activities to be propelled out the left and right edges of your mouth in between words. If you have ever noticed a crusty white substance in the corner of your mouth, you are surely the host of a jaw gnome. Extremely spread out menstrual cycles. I only have my period once every 4 to 5 months. Edit. I did actually go to a doctor once. I don't even have cysts. No one knows what the problem is. Edit 2. I'm also not extremely thin or athletic. I'm around 20 and I weigh 125 pounds. I can't imagine the level of paranoia you live with on the daily. Every once in a while, my heartbeat skips and then rapidly jumps around for a few beats and it knocks the air out of me. I'm always cold. The tips of my big toes will get so cold they'll hurt, like I have frostbite or something. People think I'm strange because I'm always sitting on my hands or have them sandwiched between my thighs to warm them up, even when it's 70 degrees outside. My knees will sometimes turn purple, seemingly at random. Also, every day around 12 to 1 PM I'll feel really hungry, then extremely nauseous for about 20 minutes, and then I won't be hungry the rest of the day. I also think I may be diabetic. I want to throw up every morning. I'm 99% sure I'm not pregnant, as I'm male, and there's always that 1% chance. My knee makes a crackling, crunching noise with each step I take on stairs. Every once in a while, if I twist my head in a certain direction, a muscle in my neck gets really tight and I can't understand twist my head for about 20 seconds. And it really hurts. Doctor here. Yeah, you'll need to see a mother ducking doctor.